Yeah, here we are again.
Yes.
Yay, so welcome to another episode.
We sound so sad, even though we're not sad.
Deep down.
We're a wreck now.
No. Anyways. So today we want to talk about why we are different people in one person. So the thing about when you face different social groups or like groups of people, and then you slightly adjust your personality to those different social groups.
I feel like everybody can relate at some point, because if you really feel into yourself and when you're with a person, you always feel like, who am I really? I'm a different person with different people, and it's like those small nuances. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I was like,
French.
What? No, but you can feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
The differences, and it's, if you're like aware of it, it's crazy. You feel like, who am I really?
Yeah, and I also think that kind of everyone does this to some extent, but some people probably do it more than other people. And we talked about this like some time ago, like literally some time ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Antanos.
Latin. Anderson. No, like 2 years ago maybe. And it was only recently that I discovered that this is actually a very INFJ thing to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Only?
It actually is. To have these various personalities.
So like, I feel like extroverted people don't really do this that often.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to figure out which types do this, but I'm not sure. I think it maybe has to do something with extroverted feeling.
What is extroverted feeling? I don't know it, and they don't know.
It's when you're like, everyone does everything, every function, obviously, but it's about preferences. I think people with strong extroverted feeling focus on feelings and values of other people or of a group of people, or like generally, like introverted functions, like introverted thinking or feeling or whatever, is more like subjective. It's what do I think or feel about something, and extroverted functions are always more general or more objective, more on a broader level.
So they focus more on the feelings of others.
Yeah.
And
Introverted feeling.
Is that?
That's the kind of opposite.
Okay.
They
focus on themselves more.
Yeah, their feelings, on their values.
Okay.
Yeah, so extroverted feeling, what does the group feel? Group of, like, it can be your family or friends, but also society in general. So that's why you maybe rather adjust yourself a little bit to what you think the others will like or are comfortable with. So
it's because we want to fit in, kind of?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to make a wrong impression?
Yeah.
But isn't this also a little bit people-pleasing?
Yeah, kind of, it is.
Because you want to just fit in and don't want to start anything that's wrong or say the wrong thing. That's why you maybe adjust a little bit and adjust your personality.
Yeah, but I don't think it is necessarily unhealthy, because we're just very empathetic people. And as long and as long as, maybe it's just everyone probably has like a very versatile personality with several layers, kinda, and we just reveal certain parts of ourselves to certain people. Yeah. And we just adapt that kinda, which part of ourselves do we show according to who we are talking to, but that doesn't mean that it has to be fake.
Yeah, you know? It's like I feel like it's like a mirror when I'm with a friend, I show them the personality traits from me that I see in them. Like a little, it's like
do you give kind of back what
I get from them, the same vibes. And I try to show them only the parts that I see in them. I mean, it's not only this, but mainly that, and then the other parts a little bit, or they go into the back a little. If you like have certain main personality traits, the one that the person reflects is like in the foreground, and the others like go to the background, but they're not completely gone. So it's like,
I think it's pretty much like that. But I feel like it's kind of like Subway Surfers, you know?
Oh, yes, we all played that game.
Well, let's admit it, we all did.
Yes, and it was a nice era back then when we played it. Or still, I don't know.
It kind of is oddly satisfying when you just collect out coins. Because there's so many of them.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyways, the characters have always a few different outfits, and I feel like they're also always a little bit different, kind of like as a person maybe, or it just shows different parts of them.
Yeah,
but it's still the same person. Like,
but you mean those, not the characters, like the woman and the man? You mean just the main? I don't know what's his name?
Jack.
Jack. I've thought of Jack as well, though.
I think he was called Jack, and the girl with the glasses and the blonde girl with the.
There's only one girl. No, I don't know, but this
like
is the main girl.
Yeah, she was called Tricky, maybe.
Yeah.
Why do I still remember that?
I don't know. But you mean like the different outfits of Jack and the different outfits of Tricky?
Yeah, for example, Tricky had this original outfit with like the red cap, I think, and like those jeans and a white shirt, I think.
Yeah.
But she also had, I still remember this like army outfit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was like camouflage pants, and I think she was wearing like sunglasses or something like that. But I remember that she had those very different kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But it's still her, you know? It's still different parts of her.
It's just, that
she shows on the outside.
Crazy. It's like it's like you're wearing a different outfit.
It's kinda it is. I mean, I do wear different outfits.
And you wear a different personality. What are like personality traits? We call them avatars.
Avatars, yeah.
Is it an English word? An English word?
Yeah, I mean, there's the movie Avatar, so it has to be.
Okay, I don't know.
I mean,
sorry. Okay, so we call it. What are
we could call it persona.
Personas.
That's Latin, actually. Persona means actually mask.
Okay.
Yeah. So our personalities are kind of mask. Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting? So what are personas that you've recognized in yourself?
Oh.
Like with which people did you like see like I'm a different person with them?
I thought of my cat self. The way that I talk to my cats is something one of a kind. Cat persona, then there's kids persona, like the way I talk to kids or like act.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like I have so much responsibility and I have to kind of guide them and be the person that gives them kind of security.
Yeah.
So that's also somebody completely different. And on the opposite probably is my like being a child persona.
Yeah.
Like when I'm with my parents, because then I don't have to. Yeah, I'm just like, okay, you can do anything.
You handle everything. I'm laid back.
Genau. Exactly.
The English just flows today. It's crazy. With not only those society groups, but also with like specific people.
Yeah.
Like which people?
You.
But I'm different too, or you're different with me too. Which other person?
Yeah, my relatives.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to say?
Sorry, okay.
Like, this is probably the biggest. Or my theater self is also completely different, pretty much.
Yeah.
This is literally another person.
You're not that person.
She needs her own passport and her own like documents because that's not me
Birth
anymore.
document, but it would have been like a year ago she was born. Yeah, but it's also when I'm alone, I'm also a different person. But it's also different with in between close friends. Yeah. So you're also not. I'm not the same with my close friends. If you know what I mean.
No.
I'm.
Who's Michael? I don't know.
I didn't say Michael.
I thought you said I different with Michael's friends.
No, my close friends with all
Still
of
sounds like Michael.
With all of my close friends.
Michael.
With my close friends. Like I try to word it different.
With friends close to me.
Yeah, I'm also a different persona. It's still a close friend persona, but not
it also
everyone has their same
personas.
That would be a thing. And then I feel like, I mean, you said relatives, but relatives also split in like parents and like your grandma or your aunt.
Yeah, it also varies, but I think my relative persona is pretty homogeneous.
Yes. This word, what is this?
Totally not Googled how to pronounce or what it even is.
Yeah,
definitely not us.
We're not doing this. Well, but you're not different with your parents and like.
No, I mean like family is one persona and then relatives, like anybody but my
parents.
Yeah.
The close family and relatives is like.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
Okay, so
else.
For you it's really different.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. For me as well. That's why I thought.
No, I mean like relatives like grandma, uncle, cousin.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the same, I think.
Yeah. I would say I behave the same way with them.
No matter who.
Yeah. And then I also had like people I don't know, but it's like people I'm getting to know. It's like friends of a friend or someone in a sports team or in some activity, and you're getting to know, and I'm different with them as well. Because
then a new persona is
forming,
being born.
Oh God, literally. True. But I'm always the same when I'm meeting someone new.
Huh.
And then it forms, kind of true. But I'm always like the same.
That's interesting.
Crazy. You don't know that person, actually. That persona.
That persona, no, obviously not. Maybe.
But back then,
I knew it.
Yeah, but it's probably not the same anymore. Or is it?
No, I don't. I mean, it was weird because we kind of knew each other. It wasn't kind of completely new person that I never saw.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah, we're like, what is this person?
Literally, like, I don't want to have anything to do with her.
Yeah. What is she wearing?
What's up with
her?
And
then someday we sat next to each other in class, and it was just like somehow it fitted.
Yeah, it was the humor. Yeah, but I feel like that's like the jokes we were making were just dumb in a similar way.
They were perfect. With which people do you think you're the most yourself, or when? And with whom you're like the least yourself? The least yourself, you'll be like, there's only one answer. No, I don't know. For me, there's only one answer.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Should I just say it?
Yeah, see.
We guess. Grandpa.
Yeah, you're my relatives. All of them.
But mostly with your grandpa.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Grandpa. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, no, I don't know, honestly. I mean, when I'm alone, I'm like, that's probably, everyone is probably the most themselves when they're alone.
Yeah.
So that. But other than that, I mean, there's only one answer, is it?
No.
Me.
Yeah.
It's obviously you.
I'm getting red. No, yes. And with whom you're the least?
I feel like I'm forgetting something important right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there is some group of people that I'm always kind of acting weird with. Probably kind of distant relatives that I don't know that well. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of weird because you're supposed to be close because you're related, but on the other hand you don't know these people and maybe they're not your fit. Just so.
Yeah. In your family, it's crazy. You have distant relatives. I don't have distant relatives, so
yeah.
But yeah, if you don't know them really well, but you're related, it's like, how is the connection? It's weird. And the most myself, I feel like I'm with alone, as you said. But apart from that, I wanted to say my parents, but no, it's not true. I'm like, I am myself, but not fully, as I'm like with close friends like you. I'm like, that's a little bit more true because I can use like the slang language and you understand it. And with my parents, I'm like, I have to use proper German.
Yeah.
And that's not myself, so.
True.
That and like, you understand pop culture, obviously, and my parents don't, so that would be a big difference.
True. Yeah, people who are kind of probably have experienced the same things as you or like have a similar personality.
Obviously, you feel the most yourself with them.
Yeah, but because they just get you and you don't have to be afraid that they maybe get something wrong.
Yeah.
You can just be yourself knowing that they understand because they are just they're like, also kind of that way.
They're like in the same bubble a little bit more than your parents. Their parents are, or your parents, they're more in the bubble of back then, and the bubble of now is
something else.
But yeah.
So one of the biggest struggles concerning this topic is when sometimes friends group meet or like at a wedding. I think we talked about this, like hypothetically, if we would be like the person getting married and have a wedding, then we would have to invite different friends and even family. And that would be like so crazy. It would open up another universe in the multiverse.
Yeah, because the forces are like too much.
It would cause like a
wormhole somewhere else. But it's weird because the person themselves meeting are like so completely different. Like my mom's relatives are different to my dad's relatives. That would be crazy. But then like your friends or like some work colleagues that you're close with, and then like childhood friends, that would be so crazy. Which persona are you choosing? And isn't it weird if your grandma is seeing you talking with your childhood friends?
Is watching your different persona than the grandma persona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's only used to your grandma persona, but then all of a sudden she sees you're in a completely different outfit, so to speak. And then she's like, who is this girl? Like, for real.
Yeah,
I mean, she wouldn't say that, but...
No, she wouldn't say it. But she would be maybe like a little bit, what is this? But I feel like you have to just be the persona with the person you're speaking to and not trying to fit everything into one persona. Then this is then the wedding persona. I don't know.
I mean, maybe there is some kind of true self.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be.
Obviously, yeah.
But like the person that you are when you're alone. Maybe that's like, maybe we should all work on being that person or becoming that person, just regardless of who we're talking to.
Yeah.
But do you know people that are always the same, no matter?
Well, I don't know. Well, if they talk to me, they're always the
yeah, but maybe you watch them talk to their parents or different friends of theirs.
No, I don't think.
Because I feel like there are some people that are...
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are just very kind of settled in their personality. I feel like they've come to a point where they just don't care anymore about other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like specifically thinking about not young people, more like people who have some life experience.
Yeah.
I feel like they maybe have this less because they know themselves better.
Yeah.
And yeah, they don't care anymore what other people think.
Yeah. But I thought of my parents, and I thought especially of my dad, and he speaks different to me than he does to my mom. With his sister, he's different, or with some relatives, and then he's different with his friends. So
I mean, to some extent, it will always be that way because relations are just different.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Of course, you will always talk to your mom differently than to a child.
Okay.
But I mean, like the differences are like I know. It's like a limes. You know that thing?
What?
It's math.
Oh my god,
There's
the limes.
Okay, so the
math example.
Yeah, that I wanted to do was basically like the grave is always getting closer and closer to the
X.
And it doesn't matter, but just the lines with the numbers. Sorry to all like mathematicians out there. We have no idea how these specific terms are in English. So.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's always getting close to that line, but never touches it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I think, as it is with your personas.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can always try to be that true self, and the true self is in this example is the line.
Yeah.
But you will never fully reach it with other people.
Yeah, I wanted to say this with other people because when you're alone, I think when you're reaching it.
Then you're zero. Then the zero line
is like flatlining with when the heart just stops. It's like this.
Yeah.
So anyways, we have a deep question of the day again, of the week,
deep
whatever.
Question of the day.
Those jazz hands, I hate them. So the deep question of today, the phenomenon is
the reoccurring phenomenon
is what is like the biggest misconception other people have about you when they don't know
That's
you.
Very interesting.
Do you have an answer?
Yes. Because I was thinking about this today.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the thing is, there's different misconceptions about myself because of my different personas, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think for some people, they would never think of me as someone who did cheerleading or who would do hip-hop just for fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But other people would never think of me as someone who wears elf ears and fairy wings and a mushroom hat. Just for fun. And for taking photos. So there's different misconceptions. But maybe the biggest misconception that I came up with, I think, is that most people just think of me as a very kind and nice person. Which I am.
You are, obviously.
But they probably wouldn't guess that I can be kind of cold-hearted and detached from my feelings when I am hurt myself. Then I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore. That's it.
Crazy.
Then I can just be really, really not a nice person.
Oh, this is so crazy because I wanted to say not the same, but the other way around, actually. I wanted to say other people because I have this bitch face.
The resting
bitch face is real. with me. Because when I'm like alone or when I don't know people, I feel like they can assume that I'm rude, really rude, and like not a bad person, but
not somebody you wanna hang out with
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Maybe.
Because sometimes I feel like my face looks really bitchy,
like
angry,
expressionless, kind of.
mad.
Okay.
Most of the time, I don't want anything bad actually.
Yeah.
So I want everything to be nice. But if you look at me and I'm in my headspace and I'm like in Vienna on the streets, then I look so bitchy probably that everybody's afraid of me. I feel like
maybe you're kind of radiating that "don't talk to me" energy, kind of.
Yeah. And you're radiating that.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Maybe sometimes. Yeah. I always try to keep up that image of me being
good.
Which I mean, most of the time I am that way. I'm just like, everything is fine.
Yeah, but I also
people are nice. I'm nice. Everything is nice.
But I also know you when you're telling me stories, and I'm like, this is you. Crazy.
Not my proudest moments. But yes.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah.
Those are never the proudest moments if you're like angry or.
No, actually,
not. Nice.
Not.
This is crazy. So people would think I'm like angry or mad or.
You're the bad cop.
The bad cop and you're the good cop, but in real life it's actually the other way around. Crazy.
Maybe, at least that's what I think people think of us.
But do you have another misconception?
I can think of anything. Do you have another misconception?
I'm thinking of a specific person, but I can't say that. I feel like the person knows me really on a surface level and probably thinks that I'm like such a basic girl or like I have nothing deep to myself because I just don't show it, because I don't wanna show it, because I feel like some people may not be worth of my real truth self.
Yeah.
So if I don't show it, then you really probably think that I'm like so basic. I don't have anything, or like I'm only interested in weird stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's not a bad thing, I guess.
No,
it's always cool to have that depth hidden. It's only available for certain people.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe, like I just came up with this, that maybe most people think I'm... First of all, they think I'm younger than I actually am. So they probably also think I'm more childish. You know? Or
yes.
like,
yeah.
Just some kiddo that doesn't know anything really. So
it's a good misconception.
It's actually pretty obvious. I don't know why I didn't.
We were thinking always too deep.
Yeah.
Well. So I think it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So it was an episode that's kind of hard to explain because those
abstract.
It's really abstract, those personas.
But aren't most of our conversations kind of abstract?
Yeah. And it's always a little hard to explain it in English. Because those words are like not used frequently.
But it wouldn't work without English either, I think.
True.
We need both of it.
Yeah. So, this is it. This is it. Goodbye. Okay. So, thank you for listening.
Or watching.
Or both. And
Ramen.
Woo!